Hi. So I got out of Facebook jail like 3 days ago, and I've realized that I can now respond to Facebook posts with 30-minute long videos like I did before I was put in Facebook jail. So I shared a post, it has been shared, and now I'm making a video that I'm going to post to YouTube, then share into the comments of the Facebook post. It's dumb. Nobody watches these videos. They're mostly just for me. Anyway, the thing I shared was like a post that a few people have been sharing on my Facebook feed, and it was like, be honest, could you realistically be in a poly relationship? Or something like that. That's what it was asking. I don't know if that was word for word. But, let's talk about that. The answer is yes. Like, that's the whole thing. But, like, a lot of the people on my feed who had shared it were like, oh, hell no, I couldn't do it. I'm greedy. Like, I don't know what they said. But they were like, no, I don't want to share. And, like, pretty much from the beginning of my dating life, I've been poly, I guess. I don't know that there was always that name for it, and if there was, I wasn't aware of it. Whenever I started dating, like, that wasn't a thing that happened, you know? Like, maybe it was. Well, it definitely was. I promise. People have been doing this for like hundreds of thousands of since the beginning of time. Like, polygamy has been a thing. Questionable thing, but a thing. And, like, I don't know. I don't know what my actual. Like, I know what my opinion was. Like, what stance I had, but I don't really know the reason of why I thought the things that I thought, if that makes sense. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, but I just sort of was in autopilot until I was probably around, like, 18, 19, and then I woke up a fully formed human being with, like, bills and stuff. Like, before that, I was not conscious. So, like, I remember things happening during my childhood and teen years. Like, I remember them happening. I remember being there, but I don't, it's not, it doesn't seem like a first-hand account, if that makes sense. It's like watching a movie of something, but it's like, it's not me. Like, I know it's me, but it's not me. I don't know. I feel like that's a depersonalization, repressed memories kind of discussion. Not relevant. But, because when I first started dating, I would have been 13 whenever I first started, like, dating. You know, when you're in middle school, when you're 13, hopefully, dating doesn't mean very much. It means you and a person say that you are together, and maybe you'll hold hands sometimes, and that's about it. At least, okay, whenever I was in middle school, I didn't have a cell phone. Most kids didn't have cell phones. Maybe one or two, and like maybe people did have cell phones, but like it wasn't as cool as it is now, because it was just like a flip phone. You could what could you do on that? Like, you know, nobody's parents were paying for like the internet on your Motorola Razr, so it's not like you're just gonna pull out your phone and play some Tetris. Like, yeah, I didn't have a cell phone. I don't know if other kids had cell phones, because I didn't have one. So, like, I don't know. But, So when I had dating partner, boyfriends, and girlfriends in middle school, it was definitely a just at school kind of thing. Like, it wasn't like a when we're not at school, we're not dating kind of thing. It was just we don't talk to each other or see each other outside of school kind of thing. And like, I didn't have, let's see, in middle school, I didn't have access to the internet at home. Well, I did, but for only like an hour and a half after I got off of the bus. It was between the time I got off of the bus and came home after school, and around 5 or 6 when my stepdad came home, and I quickly had to unplug the computer and make it seem like I never touched his computer. Yeah, but I usually spent that time watching fucking machine porn. Besides the point. Not relevant. So my first memory of a poly relationship that happened, it didn't happen, but it was definitely a thought that had occurred, and it was the plan. It was definitely the plan. See, I had dated this guy, and he was a piece of shit, as most men are. But the specific reason why he sucked was because me and him were dating for like a month, like tops. Like, we were dating for a month. In that time, he took my first kiss. I did not consent to that, and I will bring this up forever because I'm still fucking pissed about it. But yes, he sneak attack kissed me, taking my first kiss away from me by force. And we dated a month, like, whatever, because, like, what was I gonna do? Break up with the guy who I had my first kiss with? No, I have to marry this guy. Stupid. Anyway, he breaks up with me, and his exact words, not his exact words, but, like, very close. It was like, oh, I'm dating Jasmine now. That's what he says to me. And so then he's dating Jasmine. Like, cool, whatever. She's a year younger than us. That's interesting. Okay. And then I don't know how much longer later, but probably like 2 or 3 weeks, he breaks up with her for somebody else. I want to say it was for Samantha, but I don't know. Could have been for anyone, really. That was just sort of what happened around our friend group. Everybody just sort of rotated. And anyway, so then Jasmine was really upset about this. And I was still pretty upset about this. So, and we were in the same choir class. So we started talking. And next thing you knew, me and Jasmine were dating. And this is the story of my one and only girlfriend I've ever had in my life. And it was in middle school, and I was 14. And I would later find out that Jasmine was 12. Like, she had not, like, gotten her period, like, at all. These are things I'd found out later, after, I don't know. We weren't doing anything, like, we weren't scissoring or anything, so it's not anything, but that's still kind of weird, because I definitely, had I known she was 12, I wouldn't have pursued her, I guess. But either way, so our original plan was to start dating each other publicly, me and her, so that the guy would see us together, 2 girls being hot together, and then I guess the plan was that he would see me and her being like hot and 2 girls kissing, and he would decide that he would want to join us, and we would become a throuple, which the word throuple was not a thing that was used, but it was just like, and then he could just date both of us. But like, I don't know if the plan of him dating both of us was also us dating each other. I'm not completely sure. I'm not in contact with her. Last I checked, she lived in like New Jersey. I have no way to contact her. I don't really want to contact her. But last time I looked into it, she is 100% straight now. She claims, I don't know. And that's fair. Her lesbian phase happened when she was 12, and we did kiss a lot. We did. I will say that, and it's weird because she was 12, but we kissed a lot. And I was into it. That's how I learned I was bi. Initially, I was just trying to get this shitty guy back, but then it turns out I like women. Turns out I like women way more than I like guys. So, at that point, I don't know. But that's the initial story of polyamory in my dating life. Later on, I really is very problematic, and it really, really is. But whenever I was a teenager, I was an awful, awful, awful person to my partners because I cheated so much. And for the most part, it was me and this one guy. We were together for like forever, and we would just cheat on each other. We'd cheat on each other, like, and it was so pointless because both of us were going out and sleeping with other people and whatever, but it had to be kept secret, and it was cheating. And I don't understand why any of it had to be a problem. And because, like, definitely since we were both with other people, I don't know what the problem is. But I definitely, whenever I first probably suggested being in a poly relationship, was at that time with that guy. But I think me suggesting that was like, he took it as saying that he's not enough or something, but like, I'm not enough either. That's why we're both cheating on each other. So, yeah, that didn't work. Um, I've, in my, that one was a really long relationship, but that was a high school really long relationship. My first, like, really long adult relationship, or if you can call it that, because it was not an adult relationship. It was just a relationship among people above the age of 18. But, that relationship, I've pretty much always made it known when I date people. And, like, okay, the situation I described before, like just now, about me and my ex-boyfriend who would just cheat on each other all the time, and how that could have been solved with, like, poly relationship, or just, like, having an open relationship kind of thing. Yeah, so that was more about being poly to fuck other people. Like, no other way to put it, but that's what it was. It was just like, I love you, I want you to be my person, but I also want to go fuck this guy. And, like, you can go fuck that person if you want. Like, that was the kind of thing I wanted then. But in my adult life, it became kind of sad. It's like, my version of poly wasn't for me, if that makes sense. Like, I'm poly, but, like, for other people. Like, when you date me, you get a +1. That's that's kind of the situation. Like, because I'm definitely somewhere on the spectrum of asexuality. I don't know where I am on that. Like, I'm not completely repulsed by sex, but I don't ever feel the need to have it. Like, I'm never horny. I'm never like, I want some sex. You know? I don't know if anyone's like that, but I definitely am not like that. So, I think I'm asexual. Like 90% of the time I've had sex, it was for the sake of the other person. And it's just like, I don't need it. I don't want it. I'll do it, but it's not a thing that I'm like thrilled for. So I've always told people that I'm seeing, like, I don't I don't mind if they seek out other people. Like, if they want to, if there's some like if I'm not having sex with them, you know, then I'm not gonna stop them from getting sex somewhere else. Like, because I know that there's people have needs, and if it's something I can't provide, then I'm okay with somebody else helping you out with your problems. Like, I'm fine with that. And I always tell people that with one of my exes, he was like, no, we can't do that. That's too much. That's just cheating, and I don't want to cheat. And I'm like, no, if I'm telling you that you can, that's not cheating, because I'm telling you that you can, and like that I know about it. And it's like, no, that just feels too much like cheating. Anyway, he ended up cheating on me eventually, but that's okay. I cheated on him too. It's fine. But you know, it's we we get different we get different needs met by different people. And it's unrealistic to assume that one person is going to fill all your needs. I mean, realistically, you should be filling all of your own needs. Realistically. But you're not just going to find the missing puzzle piece in one partner. You know? It's. And like. Also, just like the economy. Just only two incomes. Like, if you have a freaking the more partners you have, the more income you have. All I'm saying. More people to split bills between. You could all just like move into a house together. Yeah. Your 4 income family. And just it it just, I don't see how anyone could find it a bad idea. I understand in situations where it's like how usually polygamy is depicted is there's one husband and there's like 6 wives. That not really the best kind of thing, but also with like polygamy marriages, it's that each wife is just married to the husband. Like, the wives aren't connected to each other. They're sisters, I guess. They're sister wives, but they're not doing stuff together, you know? Like, each one of their loves is separate with that one guy. And stuff like that kind of perplexes me. Now, if each of those sister wives could have 3 other husbands, then I'd be cool with it. But and like, I just imagine like 4 or 5 people living in a house, everyone's fucking. It's just like, the dynamic. That would be a great sitcom. Like, because they're all roommates and they get into the same shenanigans all roommates get into. And, oh, there's a sock on the door, better knock. And then he knocks. And then they're just like, come on in. And he's like, oh, because they're doing sexy stuff. And then he's just like, zip. And he pulls down his pants and he joins in. And, that's just like all kinds of hilarity will ensue in the poly house. But really though, at this point in my life, I don't remember, I said it in a way that made sense the other day, but I don't remember what I said. But it was about, like, I'm so poly that people think I'm single or something like that. Like, I'm dating everybody is was the thing I was trying to say. Like, no, I'm not single. It's just I'm dating everybody. And it's just like, I don't want to give myself over to one person. I wouldn't want control over another human being like that. I really, really don't like the idea of being someone's wife or being like the traditional hetero marriage. I don't want that at all. And like I said, I'm bi/pan/whatever. I like people no matter what they have in their pants. I mean, as long as they're like a good person. What's in their pants doesn't really matter to me in terms of attraction. But I kind of really do not want my life partner to be a man. Definitely not like a cis white man. That is the worst thing that could ever happen. A cis straight white man. Could you even imagine? Don't want to at all. That sounds awful. There's definitely other groups of people who I don't want to marry. It's definitely, I don't remember what I said before. It's pretty much all cis straight guys. I refuse any interaction with cis straight guys because I don't date straight people, which is a weird thing to say. That sounds weird, right? But I don't date straight guys, just because if you're attracted to me, you are not straight, and that is the thing. And if you claim to be straight and you're asking me out, then you are unaware of an entire part of me that makes that very untrue, the thing about you being straight but being attracted to me. Just like, I don't know, I'd be in a poly relationship, but like probably also, I don't know about like having it to where it's like you and your partner, but you each have your own partners separate. Like, I like the idea of just like a group of people and we're all just like dating each other and who cares, just everyone's fucking. That just seems fun. But also maybe just me living alone with just me and like 6 cats also sounds good. They sound equally good to me. Okay. So I could marry 3 cats and they could be my sister wife cats, and then yeah, and we have so many kittens. We're not gonna do that, but But that'd be cool. I would be in a polygamous marriage if I was the husband. Like, give me many wives, bear me many children. Don't do that. Please don't do that. What was I even talking about initially? Poly relationships. Yeah, do it. Join a throuple. Do it. Like, there's way more upsides than downsides. Just do it. Just join a throuple. Go to your local neighborhood orgy. Maybe go to a key party. Look for any house that has like pineapple decor. Also ones that have like a star on their house. I hear that's a code for swingers. Just go to your neighbors and be like, hey, can I fuck your wife? And then fuck his wife. You know? It's the neighborly thing to do. I don't know where I'm going with this. Join a throuple.